Ayo, and what is up, gang? Thank you so much for stopping by Sledgehammer TV today. It is Saturday, January the 6th, 2018, the first weekend of the new year, and we are here to bring to you all of the news in the world of sports entertainment, even though this weekend, outside of New Japan, there has really been no news. But I gathered together whatever tidbits I could, and I am here to bring them to you right here and right now on the newest, fastest rising podcast in all of YouTube, baby. The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. So let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
All right, wrestling fans, thank you so much for checking us out once again today. My name is Nick Nightmare. With me, as always, is my little buddy, the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones, Blue the Snowball, and we are here to talk a little bit of wrestling today. And I say a little bit because, as I said at the opening of this show, there has really been no good news to come down the line. Nothing earth-shaking, nothing really tremendous to report upon. There has been reports on the teams that have been announced for the Mixed Match Challenge, and then there has been pretty much nothing else. Nothing else outside of the results of Wrestle Kingdom 12 Alpha vs. Omega, which will be airing in just a few hours on Axis TV. I will be watching it tonight, and I will give you my thoughts on this channel, as I love to do, or else why do I even have this channel? This is probably going to be the best show of the whole entire year. I have done everything I could to maintain radio silence, and I have been off most of social media. I have not been checking anything because I do not want to be spoiled. I am, like I said, just a few hours away Eastern Standard Time here in New York City, and I am waiting for it with great anticipation. And I expect to fully enjoy this show tonight, and I'm going to let you guys know what I think, as always. And there's been so little news that I actually have been putting together this little thing. And I had a thought the other night while I was sitting here, and I wanted to share it with the rest of you. And I think that I have pinpointed the actual, real reason why the WWE does not want Daniel Bryan between those ropes. And if you're going to want to know what exactly that is, you're going to have to tune in to that special. It's going to be coming at you either later on tonight or tomorrow. It is going to be the real reason why WWE does not want Daniel Bryan to wrestle. Keep your eyes peeled for that. As always, coming this week, we're going to have the review of Raw and SmackDown, as we always do. The performance this week on last week's reviews has been fantastic, and I want to thank you guys so much who have jumped aboard this week. As I said, the newest, fastest rising podcast, baby, and we're welcoming more and more people every day, and I invite all of you that have not done so just yet to do that right now. Hit that subscribe button, join the movement, join the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show family. The Sledgehammer Club is always taking new members. All you gotta do, hit that subscribe button, like, and share this video. That is the best and ultimate way you can truly be awesome and support this show. Like, share, subscribe right now. Ring that ring bell so that every time a new video drops, like that why Daniel Bryan is not being used in the wrestling ring video, will automatically be sent to you here on YouTube. You will get a little notification that'll go off in your pocket, on your TV, on your laptop, wherever you view this wonderful show. You will be notified to the exact second, man. The very second that it drops. What more could you ask for? Hit that bell, join the movement, become part of the family. Don't be afraid to light up that comment section. Let me know what you guys think about everything we're talking about today and more as we explore the world of wrestling together, as I love to do. So, let's get today's stories going. And actually, we're going to start off with a little bit of a sad story. As the beginning of the year kind of tends to do, we have our first loss in the world of professional wrestling. And she may not be world renowned. She may not even be known to you. But if you were a fan of the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, this is one to take to the heart. As Mount Fiji, real name Emily Dole, has passed away this past Wednesday, Patricia Sutherland, known in the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling organization as Sunny the California Girl, broke the news on Twitter. The cause of her death has not been revealed and it is uncertain, but it is a very, very sad loss. I was a huge fan of the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling as I was just a young, spry little tot growing into a teen and was watching these beautiful ladies, well, some more beautiful than others, take to it in the ring, but Mount Fiji was one of the more memorable characters on that roster that you most likely, if you've seen it, she's one that you would never forget. She was fantastic in the ring. They have recently filmed a documentary about the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, which can be seen on Netflix. An absolutely fantastic look back at what it took to get that show off the ground and some of the talents behind it, as the WWE superstar Ivory was one of the main girls on the onset of this show. It's a fantastic watch. I truly, truly recommend it for you guys to go check it out. Even if you weren't a fan of the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, it's a great wrestling documentary. You will enjoy yourself fully. And also on Netflix is the original series that they have been producing, which is a fictionalized retelling of the rise of the Glow organization. And there is a character, let me say this right, Machu Picchu. I almost botched that. The name was Machu Picchu. And although it has not been confirmed by the series officially, she has clearly taken all her inspiration and is based loosely upon Mount Fiji, and the impact she had on the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling can still be felt today. And you can see that by watching those two absolutely fantastic Netflix exclusive. The documentary about Glow is great. The original series is just as good, if not maybe a little bit better. Even though it is not 100% accurate, it is based off of the actual events, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And it is very sad that now that it is being brought back into everybody's public consciousness, that she is not going to be able to reap any further benefits or anything like the popularity or just being, recognized again. It's got to be great for some of these talents from almost 30 years ago, man. That's a long time. And she was never brought to the WWE or anything like that, but she was good. Like I said, memorable. One of those characters that once you see them, you're never going to forget them. And Godspeed, Mount Fiji. God bless you. Our prayers goes out to her family and friends, and anybody that knew her, I'm sure, will greatly, greatly miss her, as we will. It's a terrible, terrible loss, as I hate to report upon. But it seems that with the coming of the new year, there's always something to bring us down before we try to look up. And there's honestly not much to look up towards, but I am somewhat intrigued at this Mixed Match Challenge, this Facebook exclusive show. We've had the announcements of the teams. Not all of the teams. We've had 6 pairings announced up until this recording, and some of them are more intriguing than the rest. We've had the predictable pairings of the husband and wife teams, which I don't really have any problem with. But I thought maybe they could have made it a little more interesting by splitting some of these couples up. But let's take a look at the field right now. This is what we got so far. These are 5 very good teams. And then a 6th team that, I feel like we're on Sesame Street right now. And it's like, one of these things don't go with the other. They clearly look like the awkward odd man out team. There's just something off about this whole dynamic down here. We're going to get to that in a second, but we're going to start at the top and go not counter. We're going to go clockwise around the top. We're going to start with my favorite teaming right up here. We have the Goddess, Alexa Bliss, and the Monster among men, Braun Strowman. I love this pairing. It reminds me of something out of Game of Thrones, like Queen Cersei and the Mountain. You know, and they're just going to go into battle, and she don't need to do shit. She's got the monster behind her. A goddess and a monster. How could they not clean house and rip up the whole field? I absolutely am intrigued by this pairing. 5 feet of fury and 7 feet of monstrous mayhem. It's going to be something to behold. They look awkward on screen, you know, but I think that leads to the character of the team. Like, it gives them so much to play off because their size is just so drastically different, and it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. If there's going to be some sort of a double team maneuver, I would totally not be surprised, rather, to see Alexa Bliss maybe take off from the shoulders of Braun Strowman to execute something. I mean, it gives you so many possibilities, right? And I absolutely love this team. Right off the gate. One of my favorites to take this whole thing. Then you got the glorious teaming of Bobby Roode and Charlotte Flair. And never in your life will you see so much money spent in wardrobe during an entrance than you will right here. This is Team Robe, they're calling themselves. I've seen the hashtag on Twitter a few places. They have already stated they are going to get matching robes for their entrance during this show. They're definitely hyping up reasons for you to see it. Bobby Roode's entrance is exactly what he says it is. It is freaking glorious. And having Charlotte Flair next to him all peacocked out with her Ric Flair robe thing going on, they're going to look fantastic together. 2 prime talents, 2 talented wrestlers. That is a fantastic, fantastic pairing right there. I absolutely love it. Over here, we have Balor and Banks, the Boss and the Demon. This is a unique and different pairing I did not expect. I thought for sure they were going to put Finn Balor with Bayley, because they definitely book Finn Balor like he's Bayley, so I figured they see the same value, the same amount of stock in these 2 talents, so they would just throw these 2 together, and it would make for a fun thing. You know, Bayley's got all the tassels and everything, and the wavy arm men, and then Finn Balor was just like, duh! They could have done that with the arm men, maybe. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. But I don't mind this teaming. I actually like it much better. It makes Finn Balor be seen in a little bit better light. I don't know if you understand what I mean by being put with Sasha Banks being better, but imagine him being paired with like a Dana Brooke, or even Bayley, like I said. It would make him look like less of a superstar than he is. He's not going to come out dressed up in demon paint, I don't think. And if he does, she better dress up in demon paint with him, because what would be the point? It would be fantastic to see. If you're going to do something like this and you want to make it special, you want to make it must-see, you got to do things like that. Make us have no choice but to tune in, because you're not going to see anything like that on Monday Night Raw. You're not going to see Sasha Banks come out in full-on demon makeup. But that would be great. It would be an absolutely great selling point for the Mixed Match Challenge. That is a mouthful to say. I'm going to mess up on that probably 100 times. I think I already did once, but that's fine. It's just Mixed Match Challenge. It's a little bit much. It doesn't flow very nicely. Be that as it may, these 6 teams, as we continue to flow around the board, do somewhat have a nice ring to them. But the next 2 are the 2 I was alluding to at the start of my show here. But these were the 2 obvious teams when you looked at the list on the roster. You had the husband and wife pairings of Lana and Rusev, happy Rusev Day to him, and the Usos, the real life husband and wife, Jimmy Uso and Naomi. Absolutely no problem with this at all. I think it's going to allow these guys to be themselves. It's going to be the very first time in Rusev and Lana's case we are going to see them in combat together. Lana is always been by Rusev's side as a manager, but this is the first time they are being seriously booked, and all of their heat, all of their imposingness, I'm struggling for the word here, all of the threat that you could feel from this team is all based on the shoulders of Rusev. Nobody is afraid of Lana. Let's just get that straight. But nobody wants to face Rusev either. He's not going to be an easy win, and I don't expect this team to go very far. Because like we've said, Rusev is over, despite the WWE not wanting him to be over. So they are going to use him to get eyes on the product, but do not expect them to go very far in this tournament. I cannot say the same about Jimmy Uso and Naomi. The glow has been stronger than ever. The Usos have been the greatest tag team the WWE has had in the last 10 to 15 years. They get better and better like wine every week. And I would love to see them featured dominantly in this tournament. Maybe go all the way to the end in the finals. Maybe even win this whole thing. The charisma between the two is natural. If you watch their celebration video when they announced them to be teams, you could automatically feel their connection. If you watch Total Divas or any of that stuff, you know how they are together, and it's going to come off as a great team. When you have natural, built-in chemistry, as you should have with your significant other, it's going to translate greatly on screen. And I think that might even do the same for Rusev and Lana as well. But now, let's get to this mess down here. I don't understand this pairing. Now, Nia Jax was going to be placed with a joke. You cannot tell me that Enzo Amore was not plan A. They were planting the seeds all on Monday Night Raw, and even that nobody wanted to see. It was a waste of Nia Jax. When they first announced this whole thing, I thought for sure they were going to put Nia Jax with Braun Strowman. I thought that would be a team to see. They went the opposite way and took the smallest member of the roster and put it with the biggest man in the company, instead of doing the same and having the biggest woman in the company be with him. But this is worse somehow than being put with Enzo Amore. At least Enzo Amore was the Cruiserweight champion. Not that that really means anything. But being placed with Titus Worldwide is like being placed in the garbage. Like, why would you... There's not a garbage bin big enough to fit Nia Jax. But absolutely terrible decision. What a waste of Nia Jax here. There's so much going on with Titus Worldwide as it is already. Why isn't... And I can't believe I'm even saying this, but why isn't Dana Brooke been paired with Apollo Crews to have that team? You know, give Nia Jax somebody else. Maybe... I don't know. I don't even know who else is really in this thing outside of like Asuka and Shinsuke Nakamura are two names that have not been teamed with anybody. They can't be paired together because they're on opposing brands, but that would have been a super team to behold. Asuka and Shinsuke Nakamura would have been the best team in the tournament. But like I said, they're on two separate brands, so that's definitely not going to happen. This happening down here does no good for anybody. When you watch on WWE.com the footage of Nia Jax finding out she has been placed with this waste of a faction, the disappointment in her face has to be 110% genuine. I feel like maybe they didn't even tell her that this is where they were going to go, and they actually sprung this on her live on camera there. Because she clearly was not happy. And she's like, well, you know, I don't mind being with Apollo Crews, but, you know, the rest of this circus, she was clearly upset. And if she wasn't really, then props to you, babe, because you're a great actress. Because I can see the disappointment in her eyes. It's almost like all of the air left her in one fell swoop. And you've seen all of her life force just go out. And all she could do was feign disappointment. She couldn't even feign excitement. She was just disappointed doing one of these... You know, like, oh, God, what have I got myself into? Maybe I should have stayed down in NXT for a while. These clowns got me pairing up with Enzo Amore, and now he's out sick. The wrestling gods have inserted their fingers in the plans once again and was like, no, we don't want this shit. Make Enzo sick now. We took care of the Bray Wyatt situation. We took care of the Shield situation twice. Let's kill this Enzo Amore Nia Jax thing. That's what I see. Fate is interjecting by getting all these guys sick and having them replaced and removed from angles that nobody wants to see. But then you give us this, which is essentially far, far worse. I can't even process it. It's so underwhelming and so unexciting that this one team in and of itself takes away from what's happening here. Like, I understand it's an odd coupling. It's going to have that tension from within thing, but it just is so out of nowhere. And I know it's supposed to be random, but it just, maybe, I don't know, it was a little too random. This was just a terrible pairing for me. I don't like it. Then again, I don't like anything that has to do with Titus Worldwide. And I love Nia Jax, and I hate that they're wasting her. So maybe it's just my own personal prejudice. But those are the 6 teams as of right now. The only other news of note is that Beth Phoenix, let me get my face out of the way here, will be making her debut on the commentary desk alongside Michael Cole and Corey Graves to call the action for the Mixed Match Challenge. Good for her. WWE Hall of Famer getting a shot at the mic. Probably going to do okay. Lita has been choppy in the past. She has not done the best of jobs, but I expect Beth Phoenix to be at least as good as that. More than likely better. But that's it, man. That's everything we got on the Mixed Match Challenge. I just really hate that teaming of Nia Jax and Apollo Crews. Who knows what else is set to come? We have Sami Zayn is still in the field. We have Alicia Fox still waiting to be paired with somebody. I don't even really know. I don't have the list here in front of me. I'm forgetting who else is listed and awaiting to be named partners. Like I said, as we were talking before, can you guys imagine Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka as a team? Holy shit. I want Asuka and Goldust to be a team. I think that would be fantastic. I don't remember if Becky Lynch is going to be in this thing, but Becky Lynch and Shinsuke Nakamura would be an intriguing duo. Any woman they put with Shinsuke is going to be great. But then again, who's left? You had all the good ones already taken. Who do you got? Carmella? Carmella's going to be with Shinsuke. No. Carmella maybe with Sami Zayn. Maybe, if we're going to try to predict the field of what's left. I don't know. Asuka and Goldust is looking like a better possibility as time goes by. The New Day still have yet to reveal which one of the members is going to take part in this thing, and the partner that they will have accompanying them, probably Tamina Snuka or somebody like that. Who else is there? I don't even know who else is there. Is Ruby Riott and these guys going to be in it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They've been announcing this stuff pretty steadily. The show is going to premiere on Facebook Watch in January 14th, I believe. I will double check that and correct myself if need be. But there are 2 ways to watch this show. You can download the app for Facebook and watch it directly through the Facebook Watch app. Or you could just go to Facebook to the Mixed Match Challenge page and watch it there as well. So you don't technically need to download the app to watch it. Just go to Facebook and watch it right there. That's pretty much it for what I got right now. Like I said, the news has just really, really sucked this weekend. Not really that much to talk about. I did my best to extend what I could with what I had. And like I said, we're going to have that special real reason behind the WWE not wanting Daniel Bryan in the ring. It's a good show. It's going to really blow your mind if you are not already thinking what I have come to think about this whole thing. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you get your eyes on it. It should be up later on tonight, if not early tomorrow. And then there will be a review of the Wrestle Kingdom show tonight. Alpha versus Omega. Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. And like I said, I don't really know anything that happened that night, so I can't wait. I have not been spoiled yet, and I'm going to watch it with great anticipation. And I'm going to bring to you my thoughts of it as soon as that is done. Thank you guys so much for joining me. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is my little buddy, my best friend, the World Heavyweight Champion of Microphones, Blue to Snowball. This has been the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show right here on Sledgehammer TV, only on YouTube.com. Don't forget to be awesome, like, share, and subscribe today. Thank you guys so much. That is going to do it, and we are we're out of here, and we will see you next time right here on the newest, fastest wrestling podcast in all of YouTube, baby! The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much. I love you, and we'll see you next time.